Hello, YouTube. So, this is the third of my blind tasting series, as presented by my friend Jose in New York. So, the previous two, he managed to stump me with a craft rye, which I thought was a bourbon, and a Coroni, which I thought was a kind of Long Pond bourbon core blend. This time, I'm doing sample three. This time, as you can tell, there is no color. Um, just to review the rules, I have no idea what is in this. It is it could be, just by the color, it could be vodka for all I know. Um, the only clue I have is from the questions that Jose gave me to answer. So again, I'm going to give you all the information I can, but I get points for type of spirit, country of origin, alcohol by volume, and a unique question. And the unique question is what gives me a little bit of a hint. This sample is a blend of two varieties that are used in the spirit's production. What are those two varietals? So immediately, I'm kind of thinking this is probably not a vodka, because why you wouldn't call grain types varietals. So I'm thinking it could be rum, could be different kinds of cane, could be mezcal, could be different kinds of agave, or maguey. It could be something totally uh, uh, like off the wall, like an Armagnac Blanche, like a white Armagnac, and there's just different grape varieties in there. I don't know. I don't know, but here's what I'm going to do. As previously is, nose and taste this to kind of try to work through what I think it is, describe it, and first of all, you can laugh at me. You know what this is because you can see the title up there or down there or wherever it happens to be. And you can hopefully learn from my thought process of trying to figure out kind of what the heck it is that I'm encountering here. All right. Okay. This feels a little bit off the radar. So hang on. So when I first put my nose in this, I thought, okay, it's kind of mezcal-y. But then, like a half second later, I thought, no, 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 this is not sort of matching up the sort of structures and flavors that I expect from mezcal. Um, but it smells very Mexico, if I can put it that way. What the hell is this? Um, okay, so what I am getting, there's a little dustiness, right? There's a little I'm sort of um, in the mountains, it's dry. Then there's dust blowing around. There's tumbleweeds and stuff like that. There's that kind of smell, that kind of weedy soil blowing around kind of smell. But on top of that, there is a kind of a lactic sour thing, a little bit of a dairy sour kind of effect, and even some a slight brininess, like a slight olive note, um, which hang on, a little like grapefruit zest going on, and it's quite floral actually, but gently. I mean, very gently. This is not sort of you're in a flower shop or something. This is sort of more modest, light. You're smelling some dandelions in the distance. But it's very aromatic. It's quite light in character, but it smells like creamy at the same time. There's a little bit of an herbaceous touch to this. Just a little hint of like I don't know, not mint. Something suggesting mint, but not quite mint. Um, so there's elements in this that make me think, okay, it's a little mezcal-y, but it doesn't have that sort of the sort of smoky character or the sort of vegetal character I associate with mezcal. But something in there is sort of no. There's a little bit. There's a little like celery in there, just right in kind of the middle. Just one little slice of celery. But then there's other notes that sort of suggest um, like 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 a cane juice rum or something like that. Um, like yeah, this is wild. This does not feel. Watch, this is going to turn out to be like Patron Silver or something like that, and you're all laughing at me right now. Um, this is not, but it does not feel like sort of anything in the common categories, or at least um, yeah. There's a something about this reminds me a little bit of like yeah, not quite not cachaça. I'm sorry, but some other kinds of cane juice, and not Martinique rum, but maybe more like something from Guadalupe, um, something some kind of rum agricole from that's a little bit more wild, a little more unrestrained. But then there's some herbaceous notes going on. They're coming out more as I air this out. I left this open for about 2 hours earlier. Um, so I took a little break from the last ones. This is after the break. Which something about this reminds me of like White Dog. There's a little graininess. It's like but White Dog, so unaged bourbon spirit, but like weeded, because there's a little bit of like that sort of quasi minty herbaceous action, but it's creamy, but it's kind of grainy, but uh, like so you're getting elements of all these different things like mezcal, and it's sort of grainy and weedy at the same time, but it's also has like these sort of cane juice rum elements. This is I have um yeah I was a little bit in trouble with the last one with the Coroni, and um this I feel like I'm seriously in trouble. I don't think this is agave based. Hints of it are I mean, it smells like Mexico Terroir. It smells like the backwoods of Mexico. I don't think it's so. I don't think it's mezcal. It's definitely not tequila. I will be on the floor if this is tequila. Um, uh, it does have a certain tequila-y lightness to it. I mean, again, this does not come across as a heavy, serious spirit, but it's characterful in a sort of aromatic sort of way. Um, I don't think this is a Bacanora or a Ricey. I don't think like unless this is just like the varietals question is messing with me up now, because this is this just like agave varietals I've never encountered before, um, or um, are they distilled in a way that I'm unfamiliar with. Something about this is weird. Okay, I'm gonna give it a chance on the palate. Kind of doing this. So less rummy on the palate than it is on the nose. This is more like Ooh. Okay, now it's a little more mezcal, but I don't think this is an espadin. It's not, but it's a little smoky. Okay, so here's what I'm tasting. It's a kind of graininess, um, uh, sort of weedy, frosted mini wheats kind of thing. Less, not very frosted. Like the ones that were like that you hated as a kid, where most of the frosting had fallen off. It's a little bit like that. Um, Parsley, celery again, um, a little mint, but just kind of some fresh sprigs in there. Uh, um, what is that? Kind of a little, not agave. This is like honey. There's a kind of floral honey note, like a clover honey going on. There's some very light tea tannins, like a lighter oolong tea kind of thing going on. What is this? um, Little splash of lime juice, a little dusty again. Um, yeah, this really feels like a sort of halfway point between uh, like a craft mezcal, maybe from some wild agave varietals, and you know, like some kind of weedy white dog or something like that. That's kind of what the vibe I'm getting from this. Um, it's very well made. So the ABV. So let's talk about that in a moment. I'm going to try this one more time, see if I can tease any more flavors out of this. No, well, let's give it like a half. All right, so yeah, like chew, a little bit like chewing, not wildflowers, but like just like yeah, let's go with wildflower. Chewing wildflowers with the celery and the herbaceousness and that minty note, and but also that graininess. There's a kind of, you know, unaged whiskey quality to this, which I have to keep emphasizing. And but there's that sort of there's a rock candy component to this too. So there's a rumminess. I don't. This feels like we're combining a bunch of different spirits together in one thing, and I don't. Yeah, I don't think this is pure agave spirit, unless this is off the reservation. I mean, it could be. I don't think it's an unaged, like an unaged grade spirit either, though. I don't think it's a rum. Like. I seriously don't think it's a rum. Um, it could be a Sotol, but I mean, so I don't know. It just feels so much heavier and funkier than the Sotol. I mean, the only Sotols I've tried are the Chihuahuas, so I don't know. No, yeah, it feels more like a blend of different things. Hang on, I'll give that a second to settle down. Now it really feels like take a nice craft mezcal, maybe something with some slightly off the beat agave mix in there. Vat that into some cane juice rum, and maybe throw in some column distilled molasses like a Charonda in there. This could be this could be a Charonda. I don't know. Like, and then but also like throw a little bit of I don't know, old Fitzgerald white dog in there. Like that's kind of the vibe I'm getting. So, all right, I don't have a clue really. So one thing that's useful about these blind tastings is it helps you learn your reviewer a little bit. So, for example, one thing I've noticed about myself through these is I've been pretty good on nailing down a couple of things. One thing I've failed miserably at is ABVs. I seem to be really terrible at estimating the alcohol content of the things I'm tasting. I tend to underestimate them a lot, which so in other words, I tend to be sort of desensitized to alcohol nip, which makes some sense. I've been doing this for a little while. So that's something to know that's useful about me as a reviewer. Like if something's a zillion% alcohol and I'm not feeling it, that doesn't necessarily mean you won't feel it, right? So if you're more sensitive to alcohol than I am, like have that as a little asterisk on all of my reviews, right? Like you're going to be getting more nip than I am because I just don't seem to get it that much. All right, let's see if this is kicked out, if the water and the little extra time has kicked out anything. Okay, it does get more, um, a little bit more green now, but at the same time a little bit more grainy. Yeah. Okay. The sort of the things that were hinting at rumminess were kind of receding a little bit. So now we're really sort of with the mezcal kind of side and the kind of grainy kind of side. And this could be Sotol. I mean, I remember the Sotol I've had like having this sort of grainy side to it, but I don't know if it is a like this. It feels like Sotol on Trenbolone or something like that. Like this is so much heavier than um, like not that I'm an expert, like my brief experience with the category. But uh, like this feels like something that doesn't that where I haven't had experience with the category. So maybe um, shit, you know what else this could be? Okay, so I know producers. Jose would throw this at me. I know producers in the U.S. have been starting to experiment with agave spirits themselves. You know, um, I could see like this is something like an attempt to create a like an American mezcal or something like, but using a like an eau de vie still or something like that, so it becomes much lighter. That yeah, I mean that could be like because it doesn't come across as like a like um if this is a mezcal, there's something strange going on with the distillation, and that could be it. I mean, it could be like some nerds in Arizona have been distilling some two apparently different varietals, right? And it just comes out more airy and light than. Um, okay, well, so yeah, what I'm getting on the nose now is kind of a mix of light herbs, a little bit of like of no celery, but also like fresh, like you broke apart some asparagus, um, a little leafiness, and a little like those honey notes again, and that sort of a little kind of pot of green of cream of wheat on the side, that kind of grainy note. Um, okay, on the palate. Oh, still hot actually. I just can use another squirt. Very spicy. Um, has a kind of like so it's overloaded with it's very light, but there's a ton of white pepper in here. Pushing things around. Um, that honey note again, dustiness, slightly vegetal, but not to the degree that I expect from mezcal. Um, a little still herbaceous, still with that kind of basil, parsley, mint thing going on. Let me try this one more time with a little more water. Slightly nutty actually. There's a little like macadamia butter or something in here. It's good. I mean, I like this. So um, I'm actually quite impressed with this. Whatever it is, I don't think it's unless it's like someone just temp. Okay, so here's my cards on the table. I have no idea what the hell this is. My two thoughts are either this is a sotol that someone has tried to make like super heavy and more mezcal like, or it's someone who's tried to take mezcal and make it more commercial, but while keeping the strength up. Because I'm pretty sure this has got to be north of 50% alcohol or north. And given how much I've underestimated, I'm gonna guess 50%. But given how badly I've underestimated the others, it's probably more like 55. But I'm gonna guess 50 because that's what I'm feeling. Um, uh, it's probably from Mexico. Like it's probably not from Arizona. But if there's anyone in Mexico using an eau de vie still, one of those German things that all the American craft distillers use, Yeah, this could be like a, mezcal, one of those. Um, I really don't know. What else do I have to answer? Uh, uh, so I've done ABV, type of spirit. Um, I think it's Mexico. Yeah. Blend of two varieties. I have no idea. I have no idea on the varieties question. Pass. I pass on that. All right. So I'm gonna hit the buttons. Load the answer. Here we go. I'm so sorry. You're all. This is. I'm sure this is Patron Silver or something, and you're all laughing at me. All right. Let's see. No, it's a Sotol. Sotol La. There you go. I don't know if you can read that. La Higuera, Dasylirion Wheeleri. I have no idea what. Okay, these are, I guess, varietals of whatever the heck Sotol is made out of. I know. Uh, okay. Whoa. Um, Type of spirit Sotol. I overestimated the ABV. This comes across surprisingly hot for me, but it's actually only 45.1. Um, this is a swimmer. I mean, you could like, dump a bucket into this and it would still, be. Oh shit! I never gave this. So I was thinking, score wise, start no lower than 84. Like I'm probably going to go up from there, but certainly no lower than 84. I'm impressed with this. This is, um, and I didn't see the price, did I? So I was gonna say, guessing a price between 50 and 70, but uh, I don't know. I can't, that is not mentioned here. Yeah, this is good shit. Sotol, baby, not a category I know anything about really, aside from the Chihuahua, but this is a wonderful cross section of flavors. I was gonna say maybe this could be a mixto, but then the sort of rum elements kind of disappeared on me. This is good. Anyway, so that was did I get that right? I don't think I got that right. Like because I went two different ways, right? So that doesn't count. Um, yeah, I like this. No, it's 85. At least no lower than 85. I'll keep trying this and yeah. Anyways, thanks for watching. Thanks for watching me learn about apparently what craft Sotol is, and uh, cheers. Bye.